Hey everyone, Warwick's here. So my long anticipated class tree has finally been released, and I literally got home from work 3 minutes ago and I sat down to record this. So we're going to go over my live reaction in real time here over these trees. The monk trees, of course, have been released, so I'm going to go over that, and then I'm going to do another video probably either tonight or tomorrow where I talk about the paladin trees as well, because I want to give more depth to that beyond what I just kind of talked about with Brewmaster in the Tank Talk podcast that we did a couple weeks back now. And right now I am looking to get Brewmaster and Windwalker main from the community that I'm in, Narwhal, get him along into the fold for the purposes of going over these trees as well, more in depth for all three specs. You know, Drew obviously a Brewmaster specialist, Narwhal a Windwalker specialist, but has played a significant amount of Mistweaver, and of course I play all three specs, so we're gonna have some good perspectives on all three of those trees. So let's look at the monk tree to start with, and then I'll dip into the Brewmaster tree. Let's see, Soothing Mist, Rising Sun Kick, and Tiger's Lust. So Brewmaster gets Tiger's Lust by default, expected that. I'm assuming that Windwalker and Mistweaver will get this by default, and then they'll get these two by default. I was surprised Soothing Mist is the top talent over here. I expected, if you're going to do something like that, you might as well just have done Vivify. I also find it strange that Roll is a tier 2 talent. I would expect that like Roll would have been this middle one, and then you could have done like Rising Sun Kick on this side and then Soothing Mist here. So interesting. Let's see. Roll, of course, I already talked about that. Calming Presence reduces damage been taken by 3%. It connects too far down the tree. You have to take it. It's fine. Not my favorite choice. Paralysis into a reduced cooldown talent. Okay, not bad. Tiger Tail Sweep. So it sounds like Leg Sweep is baseline, which is fine. Let's see. Reduce. So Tiger Tail Sweep is a talent right now that we never take because it's on the same row as Ring of Peace. This is going to make it slightly better. I'll take that. Increases the range of Crackling Jade Lightning. I don't like this talenting into this because Crackling Jade Lightning is rarely used. I only use it to pull on Brewmaster, and I don't use it at all in my other two specs. Let's see. Vivify giving 20% healing and an instant cast. Holy shit, that is good. That is going to make Brewmaster and Mistweaver very effective healing. You have to waste a global for it, but wow, that's interesting. And then increase all damage dealt by 2%, along with Detox, Disable, which is going to be mostly useful in PvP, and then Paralysis. So thinking from a Brewmaster standpoint, you're going to take this. You got to grab this to get this for some reason. And then you grab those two. Like, that's probably the first 12 points that I do. And of course, you would grab Paralysis later on. Let's get into tier 2. Elusive Mists. Reduce damage taken while channeling Soothing Mists by 3-6%. That's good for Mistweaver. Transcendence. Of course, we take Transcendence into Spearhand Strike. So not that bad for Mistweaver to get, honestly. So Mistweaver getting an arrow. And I honestly kind of just looking at the talents, you're probably coming over here anyways because you want Celerity or Chi Torpedo into the Fast Feet talent. So like, yeah, I can see this being very much something that Mistweaver is going to get very quickly. Oh, we do have to grab Paralysis in order to grab Fortifying Brew. I don't like that. This pathing here is trash. Holy shit, is this pathing trash. Because, like, connect here. Connect here. Connect here. Or offshoot this and put something else here. Oh my god, you have to spend 4 points just to get your... Oh, I don't like this. Don't like this at all. Alright, let's look here. Chi Wave or Chi Burst. Okay, I like that choice node. Good for all three specs, which again, I think all three specs are going to find themselves coming down over this way. Provoke for Brewmaster, of course you want that. Ring of Peace, of course you want. Fast Feet you're going to want for both the Rising Sun Kick and the Spinning Crane Kick damage. Rising Sun Kick going into the Brewmaster rotation I think is really good because it fills the sometimes low GCDs, and it's going to kind of depend like on like I don't know how they're gonna, are they doing chi for Brewmaster? That's the question. Like, I have questions about how Rising Sun Kick is gonna work. I'll have to talk to Brewsef and see what he's experimented with on live, because I know he's been also looking very much forward to this. Chi Torpedo versus Celerity. I'm a Chi Torpedo game. So we get Fortifying Brew, which increases stagger effectiveness by 15% while effective, or a 2-minute cooldown reduction. I could see Brewmaster taking either one of these. They'll default to this one with the stagger. That must be... Oh, that's a talent tooltip fuck up. But this brew is going to be the one that Brewmaster will take, and this one, of course, will be for the other 2 specs. But I could see Brewmaster even taking this if the stagger stuff isn't so much as important as it is just having Fort Brew up more often. I think there could very well be situations where that's the case. Alright. During Chi Torpedo, you're immune to roots and snares, which ties to a close to heart leech talent. I don't think that's any good. Diffuse magic you can grab. Eye of the Tiger in order to get Windwalking. I think these potentially could be skipped. Potentially, so I'll skip it for now. Dampen Harm we definitely want to grab. Touch of Death you definitely want to grab. Expel Harm you definitely want to grab. Generous Pour we could probably skip. Fatal Touch, giving a 2-minute cooldown reduction, I think is going to be important because you need it to get down here. Under construction, great. So summon Jade Serpent statue, summon Blackhawk statue, which tells me they're going to want some sort of like DPS statue here. Summon Blackhawk statue I think is fine. I've never been the biggest fan of it, but it does give Brewmaster an AoE taunt, which is something that they lack right now. Bounce back being, oh my god, you can't, there are so many talents, holy shit. Okay, yeah, there's way too many talent points here, that, and bad pathing that doesn't allow you to go that far down. Yeah, not the biggest fan of this monk tree. It is not very good. That's my first impression of that. Let's go look at the Brewmaster tree. Keg Smash, Stagger, Celestial Brew, Shuffle, Rushing Jade Wind or Special Delivery, I like that. Hit Scheme was a Torghast Power that's coming back. Ties to this side of the tree though, so kind of have to take it. Gift of the Ox you're taking. Healing Elixir we could potentially skip over. Quick Sip potentially could be good. Clash is back in the tree, I'm not happy about that. Reduces all damage taken by 60%. Being hit by a melee attack and taking an extra action other than some meditation will cancel this effect. Into Fundamental Observation. Oh, these 2 talents make Zenmed very, very good. I'm a big fan of that. Graceful Exit. 5% movement speed that goes into this nice choice node. I don't like this. I think this feels weak. Reducing stagger. When you staggering strikes, this was also an Azurite trait in BFA that I really enjoyed, so I'm glad it's back. Go ahead and grab Purifying Brew because it gives you the extra charge which you need. Let's see, Expel Harm's healing increased by up to 200% based on your missing health, or getting the 25% of the purified stagger damage. I think this is going to be a tuning thing for Brewmaster. Galplin's Imperial Brew sounds better to me off the start, but let's see. Let's go down this side and look what we got here. Tiger Pump chance, 300% of normal damage. Could be good. Shadowboxing Treads, which is a Torghast power. Or you get more, either you get, what? Don't you always just take Shadowboxing Treads? This is not a choice node. And then Counter Strike. Depends on how many points we can have here. Fort Brew. So I'm guessing this is actually supposed to give the dodge and armor by 25%. I could almost see, in that case, the 2-minute kind of being all the choice always. So interesting potential choice there. Let's see. Of course, going to grab Celestial Brew because it is fantastic. And then we'll grab the rank 2, which makes it even better. Breath of Fire we're absolutely going to get. They buff Scalding Brew quite a bit, but Salsa Beam. I'm gonna call it Salsa Beam because that just sounds fun. When you Keg Smash, the remaining cooldown of Breath of Fire is reset. That does give it potential for much higher uptime. So it's, you know, I think in AoE, this will probably be your better choice. In single target, I think Scalding Brew ends up being the better choice because you're getting that. Okay, and then let's see, we either get Dragonfire Brew, which deals in additional times and increases by up to 100% based on the level of stagger. So this encourages a much more aggressive build where you're not purifying as much stagger because you want to be able to have this high stagger, use Breath of Fire, take advantage of the Dragonfire Brew, and then go back. And then Charred Passions is just going to be like the best single target talent I think you're going to grab on that side. Black Ox Brew versus Bob and Weave. I don't think this is a choice. I think Bob and Weave is always there. Of course, we're grabbing Angry Dave. Light Brewing or Training of Nizao. Gaining mastery based on current level of stagger I don't think is all that good. So we're going to grab Light Brewing. Apparently I had a mail delivery. Shocking Blow. Kraken Jade Lightning deals 40% less damage. Causes your next blackout cannon gives the target a shock, then dealing additional nature damage. Or you just Keg Smash for the same energy cost. Why is this in? Alright, well we gotta grab this now, I guess. Let's see, I got 5 points. I'm not... Jesus, these trees are bloated, man. Let's see, Elusive Footwork. That's currently in the game. Walk with the Ox, currently in the game. Leads into Exploding Keg. Let's see, fire damage to nearby enemies causes attacks against them to deal 20% attack power. Okay, that's whatever. I think that could be skipped. But then that's Storm Stout. So yeah, you're absolutely gonna go something like this. High Tolerance you want to grab, just because that's always been good. Bone Dust Brew is fine. Bountiful Brew or Attenuation. Like, I think you probably stop at High Tolerance. Like, this is okay. And then you get Weapons of Order into either Effusive Anima Accelerator or Call to Arms. So you're basically picking, do you want more Weapons of Order or a stronger Weapons of Order rather than both that you get right now? And then you grab Anvil and Stave, which I'm down with. Like, this tree has a lot going on. Let me see if I can make a build here. So you gotta take Hit Scheme in order to get Celestial Brew and Breath of Fire, and this Celestial Brew, and that Fortifying Brew. Like, this talent tree just is not placed well. Something like that, I think. Just kind of looking at it quickly. Like, yeah, I skip High Tolerance. Like, this tree is bloated, its pathing is poor. Like these don't connect somehow. Like, there's nothing that connects in this middle section. Doesn't allow you to go from left to right easily like you can in, you know, the Druid trees or the Shaman trees. Like, you're basically making your choice of where you path right here, and that is awful. Yeah, I'm very disappointed in this tree as a Brewmaster main. I am not a fan. Let's go look at Mistweaver tree. Enveloping Mist, fine. Essence Font, fine. Renewing Mist, fine. Life Cocoon, Thunder Focus Tea, Invigorating Mist, which you need to do. It's baked into the talent right now, but whatever, they gotta do that. Healing Elixir, I think you can skip. Let's see. Revival, which is the current raid cooldown, which is that, and then Restoral does the same thing, but can be cast while stunned. Bro, I don't think this is a choice. You take Restoral. Teachings of the Monastery, good. Spirit of the Crane, I think we can skip. I think you can skip that. Nourishing Chi you want. Let's see, impulse around now. I do damage all enemies. That doesn't. Oh, we're doing this 2 charges. You definitely want to get. You grab Manatee. You can skip Song of Chi-Ji. That's interesting. I'll skip it for the moment. Zen Pulse or Uplifted Spirit. I like that better. There's probably a little bit more damage, but we'll see. Chi-Ji for Mythic Plus. Enveloping Breath is the only way to get down here, so unfortunately I'm forced to take it. Calming Coalescence, each time your Soothing Mist heals, you absorb by your next Life Cocoon is increased. So it makes your tank cooldown a better oh shit button, but Life Cocoon does kind of its job already. Elon's Whisper, easy AoE stuff. So let's look at the bottom tier. So Phalanx Stomp is back for Mistweaver, but it's not back for Windwalker or Brewmaster. That's a little unfortunate. I think Phalanx Stomp as the other 2 specs is way more fun than it is as Mistweaver. So I'd like to see that maybe changed. Maybe you pull Bone Dust Brew out. Bone Dust Brew out of the Windwalker tree, and you put it into the. Put Phalanx Stomp in its place. Let's see. Ardent Concordance. Just makes. What? Okay, whatever. Seems. Whatever. And then just the legendary now. Restorative Proliferation. Each time enveloping mist heals, it's Okay, Thunder Focus to Grand Souls. 1 extra charge at random. I don't like that. Alright, let's go here. Mistrap versus Refreshing Jade Wind. Pretty much always take Mistrap. Okay, I don't mind that. This I think can be skipped because of. Well, let's see. What do I got left? I need 2 points anyways. So we'll grab those 2. I'll skip Font of Life and see where we're at. So you either get 1 minute Celestial or consistent cooldown. What? So you either get a 24-second Celestial that has consistent CDR through your Gust of Mist cooldowns, or you just take a flat 1 minute. Dude, I don't think this is a choice. I think Gift of Celestials wins every time. I actually like this, giving 10% stat, so I don't mind that at all. Let's see, Unison. That's Peaceful Mending, whatever. Actually, let's skip this for now. I'm gonna skip that because both of those seem bad. So we'll grab Bone Dust Brew, Resplendent Mists, Rising Mist. And then we'll do Attenuation, I think is the choice there. And I have 4 points left to spend. I'm gonna grab Zen Pulse, Secret Infusion, and Invokers. I think that's probably the play. Just kind of gently looking at it. But again, not the biggest fan of this tree. I mean, there are ways to get left to right, but you have to come down like here, and then here you have to come through like this pathing is a lot less. So going right to left is tough, but left to right is not bad. There's a few things that I think could be cut out. I don't think are very useful, like the Phalanx Stomp stuff. I'm not a fan of from Mistweaver. Like Unison seems like it's really silly. They put a choice node over here of Rising Mist versus Upwelling, which I think probably needs to be more over on this side, which just seems like it's a... Like, this tree doesn't feel like it has focus. Like, they wanted to do like a caster versus like Fistweaver based style. They should have just like, here's all your major stuff. So Enveloping Mist, Thunder Focus Tea, Revival, Celestial, you know, and then you put stuff that like we know is going to be useful to both specs down this middle, and then that side of the tree is fist weaving, that side of the tree is casting. I don't think people will be upset if that's the path that you went. Yeah, this is another tree that's really disappointing to me. Again, just bad pathing. A lot of the choices seem underwhelming. They don't seem like they have any sort of vision for what they want the spec to do on either side of the tree. A lot of stuff just feels like it's being thrown together. There's some cool potential talents. Rapid Diffusion, I think, is pretty cool. They brought back 2 of the... Like, oh, I even skipped this. Like, look, you can't even... Gotta take Ancient Teachings of the Monastery, of course. Which I think should just be baked into Teachings of the Monastery. Like... Just feels like, again, that this tree doesn't really have focus. It's a lot like the Brewmaster tree, which is bloated. And also doesn't really feel like it knows what it wants to do right now. Like, these trees just feel like they don't know how to satisfy all 3 specs in ways that is satisfying at all. This is a good Windwalker. Let's see if I'm wrong. So Fist of Fury, Touch of Karma, Ascension being basically required, I think is interesting. I don't hate it. Maybe 15 seconds to pull out Tiger Palm. But if you want to get this good Azurite trait. Huh. Feathers are under flock, so this is your AoE side. Tiger Palm damage I think could be skipped if you needed to. Flying Serpent Kick is required to get further down. We're going to grab Flashing Fist, we're going to grab Power Strikes, we're going to grab Open Palm Strikes. Glory of the Dawn, this is something that I've been asking for a long time. So I'm glad it's in. We'll grab Gale Burst. Let's see. I don't think Shadowboxing Treads for Windwalker is good if you're looking at an AoE focused side of the tree, because like you're usually doing more spinning crane kicks than not, but you know, I think it could be valuable. That's the Mark of the Crane buff, so we want that. Alright, let's look. Jade Ignition. Really good AoE. So like, yeah, there's like AoE stuff on this side, AoE stuff on this side. Like, the single target focus isn't really there. Cooldown on touch it. See, like, the Meridian Strikes is only good in Mythic Plus. Like, you're not going to get it to use it more than once on a fight in Raid. So, like, this is a Mythic Plus only type talent. You then grab Storm, Earth, and Fire or Serenity. Let's see, did they adjust the Serenity? Nope, they didn't adjust Serenity, so you're probably still taking Storm, Earth, and Fire. Unfortunately. And then you can make those clones last forever because you can, or you can grab Spiritual Focus, which is garbage. Striker the Windlord, we want that. We'll see how that goes along with Thunder Fist. I like that. They're giving Windwalker's Teachings of the Monastery. Okay. That's interesting. Spend 1 chi, hit 3 times, deal 15% more damage, plus another 50% more damage, and each one has a chance to reset right. Like, bro, that could be very powerful for Windwalker. So we're gonna grab what's on this side. Let's see. We'll grab Hit Scheme. Inner Peace giving you 10%, giving you 10 energy. So you're getting 30 extra energy for this versus just grab. Okay, that's What is going on with this side of the tree? Okay, so 3 different oh, Jesus Christ, okay. You want the Rising Sun kick damage. Okay, they did give Phalite Stomp to Windwalker. See, like, they could have done a thing where you done Strike of the Windlord as a choice node with Whirling Dragon Punch, and I think that makes it more interesting. Let's look at the bottom here. Calculated Strikes. What? Behind Black? Why? Why? Like, Calculated Strike should be right here. Jesus. Attenuation, like, on every row. Kiefer Sky Reach, which is a legendary right now, but it's not very good. A couple NYI talents. Invokers down here at the bottom. Of course, Way of the Fae. And Last Emperor's Capacitor, which is stupid. And I won't take it. Okay. I didn't think that the monk trees would be worse than the paladin trees, but they are. This is really, really disappointing. I am very upset by this. I don't like this tree at all. Like, there's some good ideas here, but like, I don't want almost any of these capstones. Row 9 is the capstone to me. Holy shit, this is bad. Okay. You want more Juan. I have 3 points over here. Rushing Jade Wind is not good. Like, yeah. AoE talent. AoE talent. Single target talent. Single target talent. Single target talents. AoE talent, because it impacts thing. This tree doesn't have focus. It's okay to make a clear delineation between single target and AoE. It really is. And there's so many AoE talents here, and that's not what is needed. This tree's bloated. It has poor pathing here, again, because not a good way to get from left to right if you want to. I'm really disappointed. I'm really, really disappointed. Like, I'm putting all of these trees, like, all 4 of them are, like, on par with, like, the Feral Druid tree for me right now. Like, these are garbage to me. God, I don't like this. I do not like this at all. That's my feedback, Blizzard. You need to rethink the pathing on a lot of these, and you need to rethink positioning on a lot of this, because this stuff is just unfocused, doesn't understand what it wants to do with itself, too big in terms of number of points that you have to spend on stuff that feels mandatory. The capstones for 2 of the specs for Mistweaver and Windwalker are extremely underwhelming. Bone Dust Brew does not need to be back for all 3 specs. It just needs to be taken away, I think, entirely. I mean, you did take away the chi cost reduction on Bone Dust, which was the most problematic part of the ability, but like, wow. Not happy. I don't like these. These definitely need work. Man, I'm disappointed. I was really hoping to get like super hyped about these trees, but like, I'm in a position right now where all 3 classes that I'm debating right now for Dragonflight have very problematic talent trees, and it's early, so I'm trying not to be too doomer. I'm optimistic that they'll make the choices. They've already made some positive changes to the paladin trees, but they really need to, I think, rethink this. There's some good ideas here, some stuff that I like that you can get, but for the most part, I think all 3 trees are not very good. So that's my feedback anyways, guys. 30 minutes. Thank you for sticking it out with me. Till the next video, I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all getting your fun on. You have fun gaming, and I'll see you all in the next video.